live. Here we go.
Let people get in the room.
Yeah.
And then
we were all just talking about who has seen Dune. Who in the crowd has seen Dune? Just curious.
yeah, that's a good question for tonight.
Yeah.
Tell us if you've seen Dune. First of all, make sure you choose chat everyone, not just chat hosts and panelists.
Mhm.
And then secondly, tell us if you've seen Dune and if you liked it. All right.
No spoilers.
I'm working
Dune night,
through.
Randy.
No spoilers. That's tough. I don't. We'll try. Man, everybody loves
Lots of people love it.
loving it.
I really liked it too.
I know we haven't officially started because we haven't played our intro. But hello, everybody. Welcome. We're going to have it. This has been a Dune day for Bill and I. We've Dune
Day, the day of Dune.
the day.
Sounds extra apocalyptic when you say it like that.
Yep. And we've got Dale Stefanos. Our
Oh, look at that.
yeah. How's it going, Dale?
Hey,
Oh.
Dale.
Hey, Dale.
You're here for the intro. This is exciting.
Wow.
We almost have nothing else going on tonight.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Illustration, isolation.
First question. Dale, have you ever heard that before?
Yeah, I've been here
Just
4 or
kidding.
5 times since.
Just kidding. Welcome.
Oh, God.
Cassandra, Bill, Dale, Timmy. Somebody else just came in the room, but I
Don
can't.
just came in.
Don
Oh.
Kilpatrick.
All
Wow.
right. Okay.
Hey,
Don.
Don's definitely a huge Dune fan. That's what I'm betting.
Oh, big time. I love it so much.
I knew it.
Wait a minute. Nobody gives Don a hard time.
That was giving Don a hard time.
That's because Don's a nice guy.
Dude, I love trolling about Dune.
John, did you mean to share your?
Yeah, I did you hear my oh no?
I heard
Oh,
that.
I thought we were selling.
Sorry about that, but
Hey, this is great. At least it's like our brand.
there we go.
It's not like a eBay car listing.
That's right. It's still us.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome everybody. Tonight we are doing our reference all comes from the new Dune, and these are the images I've chose. We're going to be doing 3 poses, 2 20-minute poses, and then 1 longer pose at the end, which should work out to be about 45 minutes long. And then we're going to look at all the work at the end. In between the poses, if you can post your work in our illustration at hashtag illustration isolation on Instagram. I give you 4 references, 3 poses, and on the last pose, you can choose which one or draw them both if you care to. So this is a killer shot. I love this shot.
That's beautiful.
It's beautiful. If you want to do something more, if I wanted to something more full figured where you get the feet hitting the ground and work on your drawing chops, that's a really good pose for that. And this is a great pose also. Really beautiful. Dale's going to draw this one probably. I think I will too. So anyway, hey, I'm set to go. If at the end of each pose, hashtag illustration isolation, and then please talk to us. You can ask questions in the chat. I know Timmy's usually paying attention to the chat, and you can control the conversation. If you don't, we'll be talking about lawnmowers and leaf raking and all kinds of stupid stuff. Hopefully we'll
Which
talk-
we might do anyways, even if you control the company.
That's right. Hopefully we'll be talking a little bit about Dune too. So, all right, let's get started. I'm going to stop sharing. And just so everybody knows, I'm here, Timmy Trayvon and myself. This is a part of the Visual Arts Passage. We sponsor this every week. Cassandra Loomis Kim and Dale is, well, I'm going to do one at a time. I'm going to say, number one, thank you and welcome. Cassandra's always here. Cassandra and I met in 2000. I always get it wrong. 2002, 2001.
That's right, 2002.
She was a student at the Illustration Academy and has gone on to become a really fantastic painter. Worked at Trader Joe's for, almost a decade, right? Or
Like more like 15 years.
a decade and a half. Okay. Worked as an artist for them, had an interesting experience there. Did artwork in the stores on the walls, and she's really branched out and become a very good gallery painter. Her interpretation of animals are really quite spectacular. Dale Stefanos, superstar illustrator. If you want to look at Dale's work, pick up editorial magazines. I think one of the best working editorial, or I don't even want to limit it to just editorial, just a really great working illustrator, and always appreciative when he comes in here and draws with us.
Thanks, John.
Bill Kobe. Bill, what can I say, man? He's my partner in crime every Thursday, drawing all day. Has had a really great illustration career, worked in the comics industry, did a lot of editorial illustration, and is extremely good painter. Comes at things a little differently than Dale and I might, as more ethereal, maybe a little bit more emotional with his drawing. I don't know if that's a good description or not, but I love the way he draws. It's contrary to what I do, and it's exceptionally good. And then Don Kilpatrick is here. Don was a student at the Illustration Academy.
96.
Second year we had it. And Don's had a really nice illustration career and has had a great career as a teacher of illustration. He is currently the chair of College for Creative Studies Illustration Department. Has been. Don, how long have you been doing that?
About 10 years now, so it's been a minute.
Doing it for a long time, but extremely good artist. And has been a real contributor of what we've been doing, Studio Bridge, illustration isolation, has always been a proponent of the Academy. Dale also teaches with us in the Visual Arts Passage. He teaches the portfolio class. And then Bill Kobe is teaching a sequential class, which starts in about 2 weeks. So if anybody has any interest in a really good sequential class, guest speaker, Vanessa Del Rey, superstar comic artist. It's the first time we've run the class, and it's pretty full right now, but man, it's got a few more spots. So if you have interest, check out our website. But I thank all of you for being here and for drawing with me. And the cool part is they're all great drawers, and they're really fun to watch draw.
That was a nice introduction, John.
That was really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, really
Nice.
appreciate it.
That's the limits of my capacity.
That's
right?
it.
That's all I got.
I'm gonna power down now.
Yeah.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Don just a mere pawn. He's going to go think for himself for a little bit.
Don, so maybe we should start with people who know about Dune the most. Don, you read all the books, right?
Yeah, the Cliff Notes versions of
Now,
everything.
Bill, did you read all of the books?
I've read all the books.
Okay.
I've not read any of the books, dude.
Oh, I thought you
No.
did. Okay.
No, dude, I told you I like okay, so I like trolling people that like Dune. I went into the movie wanting to hate it, but I left the movie really enjoying it. So I loved this latest version. I thought it was really beautiful.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It was beautiful.
All right, Dale, let's hear it.
Movie butt there.
Dale,
What?
give him the critique from the Boston Globe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Let's hear it.
I think it was made for a certain group of people, and they're probably very happy with it, right? I mean, it's kind of an incoherent movie. I mean, it's a collection of really incredibly beautiful images, but like, yeesh.
Did it feel like, and this is how it felt for me because I was very unfamiliar with the story, it felt like there was a lot of subtext that I did not know.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like you walked into a conversation where everyone's speaking a language that sounds like the language you speak, but not really. But it's okay because everyone's beautiful.
Like a Boston accent.
No, like a Gaelic accent. Have you ever been to Ireland?
Oh, like
yeah.
Shakespeare, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
First time I heard Gaelic, I was like, that's kind of Englishy, but it's not.
Like English in your water. or
Anyway,
something.
it was beautiful. I'm down with sitting through a beautiful 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anybody else?
Well, Shakespeare had a point. So that's enough said.
Burn.
It's funny.
Oh man. We thought we would round up all of these Dune fans and completely remove ourselves from the group.
I'm not going to beat up on it too badly because it was beautiful in places. It wasn't inventive, I don't think, but it was beautiful. But I felt compelled to watch it because I was pulling all this stuff together. So I watched it last night, and not totally unenjoyable. Let's put it that way. I mean, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. So it was just kind of,
that's what makes art great.
Yeah.
and again, Dale said it right. It was made for a particular audience that really gets into that stuff. So
Okay, for a few people have been asking, you start drawing now, draw along with us, and we're gonna start posting our work in between sessions, but I've shared the link to it, so if you need the photo reference, it's right there in the chat, and you just start drawing now.
So who
I was just
loved
gonna
it?
say, listening to John and Dale, there are like 50 people like screaming at their laptops now.
Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't. They didn't make it for me, so I'm cool with that. I don't.
it wasn't my thing, but it was. You know what? I'm sure it was somebody else's.
Yeah, I wasn't angry at it. Like I've been angry at movies, right?
Like,
Yeah.
which have you been angry at? I'm just,
Well, it was no Infinite Jest. Put it that way.
yes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I haven't read the books, so I kind of went in blind, but I don't know. It could be because I have a cold. I just was fine with art flowing over my head and just enjoying it.
Cassandra, you watched it in a couple of sittings, right?
Yeah, I did watch it in 2 sittings.
I wonder if it's better like that, or because I know purists will be like, oh, you can't watch movies like that. But
Oh yeah, Dale. I've heard a lot of people being like, "Oh my God, you can't watch it at home. You got to go see it in a theater." Like,
yeah. But so don't release it on HBO Max,
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's not my
I can-
reality. I don't really get out right now with young kids, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed it at home. I mean, we have a good sized TV, so Works for me.
And
But I drive my husband nuts because I don't always notice the difference between HD and SD, and like it makes him insane that I don't notice.
That's crazy. Really?
you can't
Yeah.
tell the difference?
Wow. And you're a very visual person.
I know. I blame it on my wonky right eye. So I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know you had an eye issue.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was going to be very measured.
I always just use that as my scapegoat for like anything like that.
That's a great thing. Oh yeah, it's my eye.
Yeah.
Cassandra, my daughter has, and I can't remember the scientific name for it, but they refer to as a wandering eye.
Oh, well, I had a detached retina. When they retouched it, it like the vision came back, but it never quite came back the same.
Huh.
She's had a number of surgeries
Wow.
and has got it where it looks great. You couldn't tell visually,
Mhm.
but she, in like low light situations, she can't see her.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a really difficult time. She was a very competitive young tennis player until the winter time, and she had to go indoors and play in low light. And
Oh.
as she got a little bit older and the eye problem got worse, she started playing soccer. So,
Oh, that's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but you know what I mean.
Well, I like that she's adaptable.
she's
Yeah.
adapted. She's also really smart, and she's also really, really pregnant. She's about to be a grandfather in under 45 days.
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh, it's going to be so wonderful. I'm so excited for you all.
What are your grandkids this isn't the first one, right, John?
This is the first one.
So
Yeah.
what are they going to call you?
That is debatable.
Papa.
We're having, I don't really care that much. My wife cares a lot. And for some reason, my name influences hers
Oh,
because
interesting.
it's
Yeah.
got to sound good with hers.
Yeah, it's a package deal.
Yeah.
Being the first with the first grandbaby, like this is the big thing. Like all the grandkids that come behind are going to call you whatever is defined in
Right.
this one.
Yep.
I told that she gets really mad at me every time I come up with a name or I see I'm just like, okay, I'm good with Big Daddy. Call me Big Daddy.
That's really funny.
Hey, Big Daddy.
But that really gets to me too, because that was all of the academy instructors. That's what they called my dad, Big Daddy.
Oh, really?
Very
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I got a kick out of that.
Awesome.
What geeks we are. Everybody gave themselves, or everybody created nicknames for our faculty. There were
Well,
some,
illustrators at large typically don't get out much. So when everyone socializes, it is always a unique collection of people that
True.
is fun to be around.
True that.
yep.
Definitely.
Well, people that also a lot of similar interests, let's put it that way.
Do you know any like really extroverted illustrators?
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. Yeah.
You do?
Oh, sure.
Who?
James Yang is very extroverted.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I'd say, well, I guess there's a difference between an extrovert and someone who's not an introvert, right?
Right.
Uh,
Well, you can be an introverted extrovert or an extroverted.
But like, it's funny. John Cuneo comes off like he has this patina of introvert, but he is not an introvert.
Really?
Oh my God, you put him in front of a microphone and it's like a machine gun.
oh, but I always feel like that could be different because he's got control of the situation. He can still be an introvert. But
That's
is he going to be the person that goes and just like talks to everybody?
No, you're right.
I agree with Steve Hughes suggested Ian McKay. He's totally
Yeah.
him.
Oh my God, Greg Spolenka's an extrovert.
Oh, yeah, you're
Yes.
right.
Tim O'Brien's an extrovert. But I guess if I'm hunting for them, then you know, your point is taken.
I think it depends on how you recharge too.
Well, I mean, I think different professions draw different people. Like, I think in general, there are more introverts in the illustrators profession just because of like the job requires a lot of alone time, typically.
Yeah.
I am naturally pretty gregarious. I mean, I like being around people. I like communicate. I was, very social, and when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I've grown to, okay, I'm good with being by myself too. I didn't at first. In fact, that was probably the hardest thing I had to learn as an artist, was trying to figure out how to spend all this time by myself.
Yeah.
I can never.
I'm the same way. Like I think I'm
You're not an introvert. I mean,
not at all. No.
You're very gregarious, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I really like being alone too.
Yeah.
Hey, John, your head is blocking a lot of your webcam. Not that
That's-
there's anything wrong with that.
That's on purpose, probably.
Extroverted.
Did you see his drawing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey.
I appreciate that.
Mr. Gregarious.
Right?
Don,
We
He
go.
can't even,
How's that,
he has to, that's perfect.
Oh,
He
that's
has
good.
to-
Get a little closer. Okay. Does that
he
work?
has to put himself in.
That's
the-
amazing.
Oh, there you
Yeah, keep it there.
Awesome.
I like that.
Really
Go back in for a
that
second.
eye.
I like seeing that close up.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
I
too.
really did too.
I know you're kidding around, but that's cool.
You can see
Man.
the drawings
That's really
look-
good, John.
Yeah.
That's like a
Yeah.
fetching drawing, man.
Yeah.
What do you think of Rembrandt?
It's all in the new pastel. I got a new brand of pastels, and they're a lot grittier.
What are they?
They're the creative color.
Oh, wow.
Create a color. It's interesting. My favorite brand forever has been New Pastel,
Yeah.
which they're quit selling them individually.
Ew.
You can't even order them anymore. And
Oh,
I
that
didn't
is.
publicly talk about it because I wanted to buy them all before everybody found out. But I found out about a month ago. George told me about it, and I bought a bunch. And then my person that Timmy knows him too, Tim at Cold Snows here in Kansas City, real good guy. Looked around and he tried to find a similar product and came up with these that he didn't carry, but now he's going to start carrying them. They're awesome.
Well, I'm glad you're able to find a good replacement.
Yeah,
That's,
they're a little grittier. And
Is that good or bad?
well, for me, it's good because I've been in this habit of, I have this habit of over polishing things, and it makes me work harder at that.
so you mean there's like more drag?
Yeah. And when I first started drawing with the new pastels, the hard pastels at the Academy, I would grit my teeth the whole time because it just
Yeah.
it was like, my wife thinks I'm nuts, but it's like, I can't eat burnt toast because I can't stand the sound of the crunching.
Oh, I totally get you on that. I
Oh
like,
my God, really?
I can't handle
Right
it. Yeah.
there with that,
Oh.
So I'm real sensitive to that. And drawing with dry pastels is kind of that. It's crunchy.
So next time I see you in person, the bag of Doritos is definitely the play, right?
I can't eat like crunchy food unless it's like carrots or something, like it's crisp, like a moist crunch.
Wow. So ice cubes are okay?
Ice cubes are good.
This is epic. This is
I know. Sorry about that.
no, I like this.
It's really interesting. I didn't know this, John.
Now Dale's going to be weaponizing Fritos.
Yeah, that's right, Frito. I'm just gonna.
But it was a real problem for me when we started drawing like this at the Academy. I would get headaches because I would just grind my teeth the whole time
Oh, wow.
that I was drawing.
Is that from nerves from sitting next to Gary Kelly, or is that just?
Touche.
So if I want touche, I'll say, well, I don't have that in this room. But
Oh, come on.
Well done. Well done.
Bill's drawing looks awesome. What are you talking about, man? Hey, Don, have you changed things up?
I did a little bit. What do you mean with like my camera and stuff, or?
No. It looks like you're
there.
putting it on like real thick and kind of letting it decide where it wants to go.
A little bit. It's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of the camera I'm using.
Okay.
I'm not really happy with this this webcam that I have. I was checking out from the college. I had this really nice Canon camera that I was using to, broadcast through.
Yeah.
And I had to give that up just because the semester started, students need access, whatever. I'm gonna buy my own. I just haven't had a chance to with everything else going on, but I'm not really happy with this webcam. It's too contrasty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
It
looked like your paint was more liquid, and it looked really cool.
Oh well, thanks. Yeah, it's a little bit of that, but more so just really bad camera right now.
Hey,
Well,
since we're on Dale right now, we've got a question from the audience from Rob.
Morning, Dale.
What is y'all's opinion on sketching with colored pencils? And if you already sketch like that, why do you like sketching with them?
Colored pencils are cool. This is a pastel pencil, and I use this because you can move it around. You can blend it and all that stuff. But when you do blend it, you've committed. So I had a kind of a nice little thing going here with marks, and you're basically just getting rid of your marks when you do that. So for me though, colored pencil's cool, but the trade-off is once it's down, and you can't erase it. Or if you try to erase it, it doesn't really work. Has anybody found a way to erase colored pencil?
Not gracefully.
Yeah.
Electric eraser helps.
Yeah.
An electric eraser can get quite a bit of it off if you've got a really durable surface. If you're working on like illustration board or something.
Yeah.
But I think if, like when I've used like really raggy paper, there's nothing that helps it.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck.
Right.
But I like drawing in color sometimes just because it adds a little life.
Yeah.
I do so much.
Je ne sais quoi.
I'm sorry, say that again,
A
Cassandra.
little bit of a je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
That's French, Dale.
That thing that you can't name.
I know French. I did a lot of drawing in French class.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll bet you did.
Figured out a lot of stuff. I remember being in chemistry class and looking up at the periodic table of elements and realizing that was not going to happen. And then I looked around the room and started, I was drawing people anyway, and just realized, okay, this might happen, but that chemistry thing is not ever going to happen. So
Yeah.
it was a bad academic moment, but it was a good life moment.
That's a great academic moment. What a great thing to say to a teacher. It's not
Not a good caricature of you, but
what was the line out of Rocky Balboa talking about his father telling him, said, son, you're going to have to figure out how to make a living with your body, because you're certainly not going to be doing it with your
no. That's cool.
Well, this is a fun pose.
It
really is.
It's fun to draw.
Really kind of dig into this, and it's not, because it's like it's got all this metallic hard metal stuff, and that's really not my thing. But I'm having fun with all of the planes of his suit. It's like a plane set. You know how the light's hitting that. That's a really fun thing to draw.
Mhm.
He's got a great face too.
Oh yeah.
Part of personally my thing with Dune was I had just finished darn, what is the thing he was in with it's out right now, something about the marriage ending.
Hmm.
Oh God. It's a remake of a Ingrid Bergman.
I know the film. I just don't remember the title.
Yeah, anyway, that's is this maybe it's Scenes from a Marriage? I think that's it. Anyway, he was great in that. But his look hasn't changed at all. It's like he walked off that set and walked onto this one. And I kept thinking, this poor guy's marriage just fell apart, and now he's got to deal with all of this,
Yeah.
Such a good actor.
He was really good in, oh crap, I just can't remember the name of it. It's the one about the robot that comes to life,
Oh, I don't know.
um,
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina, yeah. Ex
Oh, he was in
Machina.
that?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
he was, he had his head shaved in that.
Oh, that was him. Oh, no
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, he's,
Wow, he's good.
yeah.
Yeah, Inside Llewyn Davis was awesome too.
Yeah.
And he
Bill,
was
what's
good in Star
your
Wars.
favorite
too.
thing to draw, Bill?
What's that?
Your favorite subject matter?
My favorite subject matter to draw?
Yeah, or just to draw, paint, whatever. What's your favorite subject matter?
I think I would have to say faces.
Mhm.
I like drawing people. I don't always draw them the way they look, I like moving them around and,
I love that.
changing them up but yeah, I mean, it's more of I really enjoyed the drawing the people we did this morning.
Who'd you draw this morning?
I'll show you we drew from other characters in Dune. So we drew, although this doesn't really look like her, Rachel Ferguson,
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Rebecca Ferguson, and then I want to say Shote. But that was just more shapes and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Well, I think we should go wander into our second pose here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on that note, everybody, I'll put the info into the chat, but be sure to share your work now. Don't wait until the end. Be sure to share it now on Instagram and tag #illustration isolation and add visual arts passage. And if this is your first time drawing with us tonight, I really highly recommend doing this. It makes it really, really more fun. It's our favorite part of the night. So please share your work.
Love seeing what everyone does.
Yeah.
Really.
It's fun. So
Oh,
I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to kind of go around the room here, but I'm going to ask Cassandra next. And I'm just going to say, what's your favorite animal to draw?
Oh, wow.
Ooh. I think it depends. I really love reptiles. I think their skin's really fun. And then I always seem to have to add a squirrel into the mix. So
Add a what?
a squirrel.
Oh, yeah.
I think
And I kind of jokingly say that because I didn't give her the option to favorite subject matter. It's just, yeah, she does animals all the time.
Yes.
And they're really, really good.
Yeah, they are.
Thank you.
I was at a gallery. I spent the afternoon at a gallery on Friday, and they had an artist that is doing very similar subject matter of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the gallery owner there, and I asked about it and asked who they were and all that kind of stuff. And she said, oh, why? She thought it was kind of interesting that I was asked so many questions about that artist, and I was kept thinking about you. And she said, you know, what piqued my interest with it? And I said, oh, I know an artist that does this, that does the similar subject matter. And the gallery owner said, well, what's the work like? And I said, well, it's like this, but really good.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, wow.
That's awesome. Proud of you.
That's John.
I was thinking about Cassandra.
John's inner Boston came out.
I know.
Yeah, good for you,
Oh,
man.
man.
Well, I appreciate the huge compliment, but wow.
That's funny.
Yeah,
What
I
is
don't-
your favorite animal, Cassandra?
I like always love to come back around to a squirrel again. It always seems to be happening, but I also really love reptiles.
No, not your favorite to draw, like actual
Oh.
favorite animal.
Oh, that's so hard.
Yeah.
I'm like utterly fascinated by opossums.
Oh, I don't like them. They give me the creeps.
Oh, oh my gosh, they are amazing and they have a bad rap. Like I want to be on a positive PR campaign for
Oh, they're
opossums.
fabulous to have around.
Yeah, like they can't get rabies because their body temperature is too low. They eat ticks. They'll eat thousands of ticks, so they help keep Lyme disease down. Like they're harmless. All they do is hiss and play dead. Like
Yeah.
All right. Well, you turned me around. I will now be a friend of the opossum.
Bill's gonna quit shooting them now. So,
No, I'll quit steering towards them.
oh, poor babies.
And everybody's drawings look so good.
I wanted to spend some time drawing this armor. But then, but I know it won't fit with the head that I drew because the head is kind of looks old world. I'll have to.
Okay, so the audience is moving on to the second drawing. I
Alright.
will recommend
There it is.
that we move on to that the panel moves along with them.
Okay,
Nice.
1 second.
Nice.
Oh, Don, that looks so good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Also,
Nice.
we have Montalvo is in the crowd. He's rejoining.
Awesome.
He's joining as a panelist now. Montalvo, because I upgraded you, prove that you are Montalvo, please. We don't want an infiltrator here. I've got my button on the remove.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Well,
I
I,
feel like you need some intense music playing for that.
I gotta watch out for an imposter, you know.
Timmy.
Yeah, this is like a da, 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 da. Montalvo,
Hey
hey.
guys. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Montalvo.
Hey.
How's
Good
it
to see
going?
you.
How are you?
We've got Montalvo tuning in from Brazil,
That's right.
the large country of Brazil.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit too large. Things wouldn't be so hard here if we weren't that big.
It's good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too.
Hey, Montalvo.
Hello, hello, John. Sorry, I got a little late tonight.
That's all right.
I know we're glad to have
You're
you.
gonna come all the way from Sao Paulo.
Yeah, it's a long trip.
Montalvo, have you seen Dune?
I don't think he heard that, Bill.
What's that, Bill?
Montalvo, have you seen Dune?
No, not yet. Not yet. It's on my list.
Yeah. No,
Hey,
never mind.
Everybody's talking about it.
Here's a follow-up question to, Bill, you were saying you love drawing people, and I feel like anybody should answer. I would love to hear what everybody's thoughts are on this. what do you think is the hardest? What do you find most challenging about drawing people?
Well, getting a likeness on a face that doesn't have a lot of character in it, like
Mhm.
someone who's got very soft features, or someone whose face pretty well too, because you're influenced by your
Do you,
memory of it.
you remember the night we drew? It was an image of Tom Hanks, and everybody said they had a really hard time with it.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think it was Tom Hanks that everybody struggled with, but
Well, that and George Clooney was hard too.
oh, was it George Clooney?
Well, I think Tom Hanks was tough, and then another night George Clooney was really tough too.
Oh,
George is too pretty.
I had a hard time drawing George Clooney. But I think I had an easier time drawing Tom Hanks.
Oh, I epically failed on that one.
I mean, it was easier to draw. What's his name? What, the actor Isaacson or Isaacs?
Oscar Isaac?
Yeah, than it was to draw Rebecca Ferguson this morning.
Oh yeah, I think really pretty people are very hard to make unique because their features are so symmetrical. That's what makes them beautiful, but it's hard to then pick out the features that make them unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, if I have any kind of love for the person, like romantic love or affection for the person, that makes them hard to draw too.
Really?
Good.
Yeah, for whatever. I don't know
How
why.
about if you dislike them?
If I just like them.
If you dislike them?
Oh, if I dislike them, I can draw anybody I dislike because I can be as vicious as I want.
That makes sense.
Or honest, yeah.
When I'm going to ask, Dale, that obviously, and you've said this publicly to us, that you've always enjoyed drawing faces and people.
Yeah.
That's your comfort zone, and you're great at it. So, what is it about? Why do you think that is so? Why does that interest you so much?
Oh, I think we're that's such a good question. Yeah, why? I mean, that's for most of us, whether we like it or not, that's really the center of our world is
It's our job.
the people in our lives, right? And if not the people in our lives, then the person in the mirror, it's funny. I always think that we're all drawing these different people, but this sounds like an artsy fartsy thing to say, but it's all sort of self-portraits. You're refining the way you see your particular way of seeing into each drawing, and getting closer and closer to what it is you do, how you express yourself best. And for me, I find a lot of comfort in just concentrating on someone's face. Isn't that weird?
No, I agree with that.
It's really comforting.
Yeah.
And
It gets very personal. I mean, it gets very personable. I mean, you feel like you're relating to the person.
yeah, you're really connecting to people, even if it's, even in like an editorial job. I seldom, to be totally honest about it, I seldom stop and really concentrate on how it's going to be received, but you do your best to do the best job you can, and when it looks the way you want it to look, that's success. And that's not necessarily when it looks exactly like the person. It's when you really think you nailed the way you see whoever it is that you're drawing.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. It's funny. What I like about this room in particular is we're all so completely different. just stylistically.
There is a lot of differences. It's kind of interesting though, but we kind of all come from the same place foundation wise.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's what I really love about looking at everybody's work that they post. We're all dealing with the same ingredients here, as far as what we're looking at, but we're not dealing with the same ingredients as far as where we're coming from, and that's what's so fascinating. You have some of these people who draw really well consistently week to week, who are just blowing minds. And then you've got people who are obviously just starting out. And a lot of times that stuff's more interesting, right? Because you're seeing this real honest expression, rather than someone who's just got great facility.
Facility can get in the way.
Oh my God, yes.
It's something you have to have to be consistent and to be an industry artist. I believe you do to a certain level. However much facility you need to communicate your ideas and to get your point of view across. But too much of it, I know for me, that facility has been a battle. It's like trying to not overdo, trying to back away from just making it technically right.
Yeah, it's hard. That's harder for me. That's harder than actually learning how to draw was, because there's a lot of fun in learning how to draw, right? Because you're pursuing this thing that's interesting and challenging and fun, but then you get to the point where you do it well enough to be a professional. And like you just said, it's like, okay, now I've got to, how do I tone this thing down? And how do I, you don't want to just be on 10 all the time.
Yeah. How do you turn it off?
Yeah. So that, well, Bill's really good at that. Just really kind of diving down into the guts of what it is to draw. I love seeing that. I just don't have the guts to do that. Or I'm just not there yet. That's all.
I may also not be very good too. So that's.
No. You're very, very good.
Thank you.
Bill, I was thinking about what you were talking about, drawing people you care about, how it would be easier to draw people you dislike. And I was remembering about when you when you drew that really great drawing of John for my new dog. I think everybody.
Thank you.
That's hilarious.
And truth is, Timmy wants that for other reasons. That's just for personal satisfaction.
That's right.
It did come very naturally to you. You sent it really fast when I said, I'm training this dog.
He already had it.
Yeah, it was ready.
Just pulled it out of his file. He goes, that'll work.
Yeah.
Oh. That's funny.
You really got the message across with that piece, Bill.
Yeah.
I think it was killed.
Well, I wanted to create something that the dog would,
It also assumes my dog can read. Yeah.
That's why I don't think it was so much about the dog.
Well, it's an Aussie,
They're smart.
they're readers.
The readers.
They're many things.
Yeah. So I have an existing dog that doesn't care much for John, but John, I feel pretty confident the new dog's going to like you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Come on over.
Is this one smart? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh.
No, quite the opposite, John.
So are you going to test him out on John?
Yeah. Me and Bill have this long history of just gifts of like attack dog training videos.
That's really funny.
The guy in the big puffy, the guy in the mattress suit,
Yeah. Timmy only invites me over like on really cold days, so I'll be well padded.
Yeah.
Really funny.
Okay, so around the room here, Don,
Yes.
you're as far as subject matter goes, what is the thing that gets you the most excited?
I think there's a few things, but I think likenesses is what, or, portraits, people, I think is what it gets me most excited. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were just like because I think the things, the kind of the plein air, kind of slice of life paintings that you do on the spot, I think those are
Amazing.
They
insane.
are.
Oh, well,
They're
thanks.
so
Yeah,
good. And they look like they're done with a lot of love.
I do enjoy that. I think it's hard for me to zero in on one thing, but that would be on my list as well. I think it's I always look at it as practice, because I just, for the longest time I wasn't getting that type of work, and I wanted to get that type of work. And it was really just my way of trying to keep doing that sort of thing, so those muscles wouldn't atrophy, so I wouldn't lose that sense. And but I appreciate that. I really do enjoy that kind of work. I have like,
I'm not saying your likenesses aren't any good. You don't.
no.
I'm saying is that those things I find, watching you make those things, doing your demo at Studio Bridge and all that stuff is that was really special. I mean, it's
it really was.
It was really good.
That have the chops to do that, and to do it with good design and emotional content is really hard. So,
well, thank you. No, that means a lot. It's I guess for me, it's hard for me to ever pin down one thing. And it's interesting, because I was talking about this today with a student where, I was advising a student. They're kind of having difficulty figuring out, like, they want to find their niche, they want to find their place. And I overthought that, I think. And I was trying to articulate that to them, that it's really it's okay that those things change over time. And it's okay if there's not just one thing. I think it's good if you do find that one thing, celebrate that one thing, but you're okay if you haven't found that one thing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hey, Don, is it okay if I share a few of these images we're talking about?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm totally, I would, that's great.
That was the one I was thinking of. The fact that you brought in the primary colors so beautifully.
Oh, thanks. Well, that was, and I was going to say, I have to dump. I have my phone everywhere with me, and I'm just like everybody else. I'm sure everybody's is taking a ton of photos, but I actually have, like, every other week I'll dump everything into. I actually have a special folder for a lot of the street photography and stuff that I do. And that was in New York, and she literally had the primary colors right out in front of her when she was having a conversation with her relative. I mean, I caught a little bit of it. She was speaking a little bit of Russian, so I caught a little bit of her, and it's pretty universal. Everybody's like, "Why don't you call me more? Why don't you see me more?" It's essentially a universal thing, whatever language, right?
Well, you don't call, you don't write.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I really I enjoy that. I actually enjoy doing that when I go to any city that I really love. I enjoy people watching, and I love just going around and just shooting things. I guess I like going and seeing the sites, but I honestly don't care as much about that as just diving into the network of a city.
When you, Don, this is Bill, when you are taking those photos of people, are you at quite a distance, or are you?
I sometimes have the courage to take them up close, but a lot of times I'm, I try to do it within 5 to 10 feet. It depends. I mean, sometimes that leads to a conversation. There's been a few times where it doesn't lead to a pleasant conversation, but
Right.
I try to be, I'm really trying to do it with respect and not trying to, undermine anybody or, their personal space or whatever. It's not always easy to do.
Well, Don's very measured about it. He tries to assess first thing, can I outrun this person?
Is there going to be physical harm involved? I don't know. So yeah, no,
I just had a thing like that, I got a new camera and, I'm excited trying it out, and I brought it down to a spot in Boston that's filled with people. And this guy looked amazing. He looked just like the singer of from Metallica. But he was laughing, and the sun was out and it was hitting his face just really nicely. So I was taking pictures. And he noticed, and I took a couple more, and he walked over. He's like, "You got an effing problem?" And I'm like, "Whoa, no." And I explained myself. And after I explained myself, he was fine. But that definitely clued me into maybe to be cool about it.
Oh yeah. I'm a little bit more measured than I'm trying to be measured about it. I wasn't as measured, but with New York, I think so many people, they're so used to people going around and photographing and stuff that it's not as, at least I've never really had crazy confrontation there. It's been here in Detroit. It's been, out in California. It's other places that I've encountered, something like that,
I had a student this week in or a couple of weeks ago in Visual Arts Passage that said they were doing the, sketching people in Starbucks or something. And how do you do it for anybody that does that kind of thing? How do you do it and not look creepy?
Right? It's really tough.
Yeah.
I have a trick myself.
I'll change where I sit every few minutes, I noticed when I was drawing people on the subway in Tokyo, I noticed it was making people really extremely uncomfortable. And I stopped after one day of doing it. I spoke with one of my friends who in a sense hosted me, and was mentioning how, it's people are very, they're more self-conscious or whatever. They, no one came up to me and chewed me out or anything, but I felt kind of bad, because I felt like I was invading their space a little bit. And I stopped doing that after a bit. And then I really and also time, I wanted to really document things. And I thought I wanted to challenge myself with the camera on my phone and compose with what I had. I tried taking a really nice camera that I bought for that trip, and it kept fogging up because it was like, really the hot summer months when I was there, and the lenses kept fogging up. So I just forgot it and just used my camera on my phone,
I like what Devin suggested, which was go with multiple people. If you all have your sketchbooks and pencils out, it's less weird, which
true. That's a good
as
point.
Somebody who's like not an illustrator personally, I have friends who would be made like extremely uncomfortable by a stranger staring at them in public.
Yeah.
Like to where it would like really mess up their day. On that topic though, we've got Raymond Bonilla in the room.
Hey.
Making people uncomfortable.
Talking about creepers.
On the topic of creeping.
Wow.
Raymond-
Excellent timing.
Raymond creeped into the room.
How's everybody doing?
Hey,
Oh
Ray.
my gosh. So good to
Oh my
see.
God, who's Dale?
Nice try. Look at you. You roll in here. You don't call. You don't write. And no, you're stealing my lines.
Yeah, he's a season 2 regular, Ray.
Season 2.
Yeah.
He was the recast.
Certain people left.
Yeah.
That mean he was the upgrade.
Well, they try to get somebody with my swagger and try to get as close as possible to my likeness and physical physique. So
I swear. Wow. Coming in hot.
off the top rope. You know how I like to do it, Dale.
Wow. He's bringing Buffalo with him.
That made me laugh. It's harder to draw.
It's
I could have missed Dune Night, man. I saw the email and I was like, oh my goodness, I just cannot miss. I can't miss this. This is
All right.
like
So what'd you think? Have you seen it?
hot take.
Yes. Yes, I loved it. I thought it was great. I wasn't so I saw it before listening to any reactions. So I was really worried that I was the only one that was really liked it. And I found out that that wasn't necessarily like I was part of more so like the consensus. But what did everybody else think? I know I'm late to this whole thing, but
I really liked it. Yeah, I went in wanting to leave the movie bagging on it, and I really liked it.
Here, Ray, this will be more fun. Guess what everybody thought about it.
oh,
Yeah.
Start with
I
Cassandra.
I think Cassandra loved it.
Sorry, what?
Was I right? I think so.
Ray is guessing how everybody, you had your blow dryer going.
Yeah.
Ray is guessing how everybody felt about the movie Dune.
Yeah, I
Okay.
loved it. You were right.
Ding ding,
Okay.
ding. There you go.
Either okay, so Don also liked it a lot, but probably not. Okay, so I'm guessing John didn't like it or either hasn't seen it yet.
I saw it.
Did you not like it?
Yeah, that's a good evaluation. I mean, I didn't dislike it. You know, I wasn't like, it didn't excite me that much.
Sure.
And Dale probably said that he saw it and he liked it, but doesn't know what Dune actually is.
It's the cartoon with Bill the cat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the
Dude,
blonde-
you mean Dude, Where's My Car? Those guys?
It's Doonesbury, right?
Yeah, Dude's Barry, yeah.
Oh my God.
I
Love Bill the cat.
Ray, when John told me he was sending the images over for this last night, I was like, I'm gonna upload 4 images of just like people on dirt bikes in the dunes.
That's funny.
People just be like, wait, what?
Timmy, did you see it?
Did I?
I'm working my way through part 1.
Oh, well, there's only one part.
I know, but I'm on like part 1 of part 1.
Are you talking about like the David Lynch movie or?
No.
No.
Dune
Well, we saw
part
the
1.
movie we saw was part 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They haven't made
Right.
part 2 yet.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Ray, I've got some exciting news for you. No, but I'm on part 1 of part 1.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm kind of making it into my own chapters.
Yeah, I had to see it in a couple of parts too.
Which
So
I'm sure there is some like Dune fanatics rolling their eyes, but
well, I like
rolling my eyes.
so Don, I think out of the group, I would pick, I don't know why. I would pick Don and Cassandra as people who've read the novels.
I've never read it.
You've never read it, Don?
No, I've done
Okay.
Lord of the Rings, but I haven't read this.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm officially disappointed. I'll see you guys later, okay?
No, you should be. It's one of those ones I have always like I'm meant to read, but I haven't read it either.
Ed too, Cassandra.
know,
Watch
I
Dale be
know.
the only one who's actually
Oh,
the
man.
true Dune head.
I love that book.
I know. I
Yeah,
should.
you
I
gotta-
will.
Dale, have you read it?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. What
It's
a
awesome.
what a great book. There's one of them, right?
Part 1. It's called Part 1.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't read that. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a grown man, for God's sake. Come on.
Does
It
anybody
is-
know about the Dune that was never made by like
Yes.
Jodorowsky.
Yes.
Jodorowsky? Yeah, where Salvador Dali was supposed to be the emperor.
Yes. Yeah.
Fill it in. Wait, what is
Really?
this?
Wow.
Yeah.
I need a full recap.
Okay, so in the 1970s, I can't give you a specific date. The director Jodorowsky spent like he had it all worked out how to make Dune. Like it was his passion project, and like I think Mick Jagger was supposed to be in it, and
Yes.
like Salvador Dali was supposed to be the emperor, and the comic book artist. Oh, what's his name?
Mobius. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. He like worked up all like the initial, like a lot of the initial
Characters.
ideas for it. And like there's supposed to be this beautiful book. My husband was telling me about the book, so you can like look at all the drawings and stuff. But everyone loved it, but it was just getting too expensive, so it never happened. And then like George Lucas stole ideas for Star Wars from it. Like I don't know if he stole it or got permission. But,
There's
like,
spice running and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
like everybody kind of took a bunch of ideas from it.
Yeah, it's called Jodorowsky's Dune. It's incredible. And I just realized that Bill Cope and Montalvo were in this chat too. My scrolling thing didn't fit in everyone. And so now I just cropped out Dale. So that's good. So now I can see the people that read Dune. Bill, I know you read Dune. I know you read Dune. Did you?
No.
Who are you asking?
You.
Oh
You.
yeah, I read 4 of the Dune books.
Yeah, I see. I knew it.
Yeah, I read I must have been like 18 or 19 years old.
Yeah,
And then and I have not seen the movie yet.
Okay, so I'm not going to spoil anything for you. Whatever happens,
I read the books.
but you read the books. I will say that it is shocking how much of the books made it into the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm really, really surprised about how much of that.
Have you read all the books, Ray?
I've read up until 5 Heretics of Dune, which I think might be tied for my favorite of the Dune books.
I actually heard that is the favorite of many.
Yeah, it's like yeah, I didn't really. I was talking to a comic book writer actually at New York Comic Con. His first name's Enrique. Oh my goodness, I forgot his name. But he was a huge Dune head as myself, and he was like, "Oh, Heretics of Dune, that's my favorite." It's like that's totally the Matrix, right?
Yeah,
like Dune is like the Matrix, and I didn't even realize like all of these themes actually made it into the Matrix, like all of it, which I was really surprised. Yeah, just like I don't want to spoil anything that anybody hasn't read the books or anything like that, but it's pretty awesome.
I heard somebody else mention that too.
Did Herbert write that one, or did his son write that one?
No, Herbert wrote 1 through 6. So his last one was Chapter House, and then his son started picking up the side dunes.
Right.
The mini dunes. What's a mini dune?
Mini dunes.
Mini dunes.
Sand dunes.
Ray, it's interesting that so much of the book made it in it, and it was good, because I feel like usually when they try to condense like too much into a movie, it's usually like the death of quality.
Totally.
Too much. They're like, they don't want to piss anybody off, and so they're,
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like
you see that happen with a lot of I see that happen a lot with like a lot of like biopic movies. I feel like they don't want to insult the estate, and so they feel like they have to tell every part of this person's story, and it's just like
They did that with Walk Hard. They try to pack a lot into that.
Don, is that a joke, or do you mean Walk the Line?
No, I mean Walk Hard.
Walk Hard, the greatest biopic ever lived.
Oh my
it was
gosh.
tragic how the brother and oh my god,
the way he was cut in half.
yeah. I mean, I was heartbroken, but I got over it by the end.
He was snowblind.
Has anybody seen the documentary about Joe Browski's?
Oh yeah, I own it.
Yes.
I own it.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do?
It's like that movie would have been a train wreck had it been. There's no way it would have worked out, because
It's better in lore than reality.
Yeah, like today it would have been great. It would have been great.
I don't want to end this conversation, but we should probably move on to the third pose.
I want to say, Montalvo.
So we're moving on to the third. Hey, Bill, hold on.
Oh.
We're going to move on to the third pose right now. So everybody post your work. Use hashtag illustration isolation and @visualize passage. And if this is your first time joining us, please share your work. It's really awesome seeing all of it at the end. I just put the info on the chat, and so share it on Instagram. And now for the third pose, you're going to see that there are 2 images there. You choose whichever one you want. It can be Zendaya or Timothy.
Dude, everybody's gonna draw Timothy.
You think that?
I don't know, man.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
would
I don't know. I mean, anything for another Tim, but
Don't make assumptions, Don. Otherwise, you just realize that really good friends and artists you respected, who assumed that they've read Dune, actually haven't. Left out dry.
No. Well, I'm not going to tell you
Cold
the rest of the
Wow.
story that I've told the other panelists, but we'll just keep it at that I didn't read it. We'll just keep it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I was a good friend of mine's, Eric Johnson, bothered me for years to read the book, and he bought me a copy of the first one, and he was like, I want you to read it so bad that I bought this for you here. And it just sat on my shelf for years. And that's when I lived in San Francisco. And so it wasn't until I moved back to the East Coast, like a couple of years after that, that I had a summer where it was like slow and I was doing work and I needed something something that wasn't art, because it was just,
Right.
I was just doing work all the time. So I was like, let me pick up this novel and read this thing. And then I blinked. It took a long time to read the first one, but the after that, they just I read the second one in like a couple of days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'll pick
but-
them up. I'll pick them up and start reading them.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah, me too.
All
I'll pick them up.
Book club.
That's
Book club.
That's how you know
Yes.
it's never gonna happen when Dale's like,
I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
You gonna read that one after the other book you mentioned 2 weeks ago? I've already forgot the name.
Oh God.
Your favorite book.
Infinity Jest or Infinity Stones.
Infinite Jest.
Yes.
What
Yes.
a piece of
Infinite
garbage.
Now,
What
Ray, have you read that?
Yeah.
garbage.
That's awesome.
You know what? I will read Dune if it means I don't have to take another stab at Infinite Jest.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah, I could go on, but I don't need to go on about Dune. It's I'm just happy that it's like you know what, John, to describe kind of like the relief that I'm more of a relief, because it's like being a comic book fan and getting nothing but just really bad comic book movies for a long time. And then all of a sudden, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe hits and you're like, oh my goodness, finally someone cares, So that was what Dune felt like to me.
Well, how does it compare to the David Lynch?
Well, Lynch, I think he just, to steal a quote from my buddy Eric Johnson, who got me into Dune, they gave him too much money. So it's like, this is what happens when you have too much money, and like it just kind of fell apart. It was just, and again, it was one of those movies that like, I don't think it could have been made, in that time. It would have been, you would need somebody like the 70s version of George Lucas to do it, because it just would have taken, it just takes too much. It's too convoluted of a story, and like there's all this tech, yeah. I think this was the perfect time for it,
What was the budget
Oh, I don't know.
On this
For the
latest,
Lynch movie,
on the Lynch one?
it was pretty high for its time. I know that.
It's extremely high for its time. It is $45 million.
Whoa.
And they gave that to the director for Racerhead. So just sit back and take a moment.
That's really
to think about that.
How much did you have to use Steam to do it?
That's a lot.
That's too much money. Dino De Laurentiis, though.
It is the purchasing power of $114 million today.
whoa.
How much was what was the budget of Dune Part 1?
$165 million. So,
Wow.
but Dennis Villeneuve, I'm not saying his last name right, but he knows how to spend a big budget.
Yeah. Did everybody see Blade Runner?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Over and
Okay.
over.
Okay.
Dennis.
read the book.
Dennis.
Dale say he read the book. Dude,
That book was awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite book.
The Do Androids Dream of
Did you read
Yeah,
the Did you read the fourth Blade Runner book? That was amazing.
Oh, God.
the one with where it's a story within a story?
Yeah, that was incredible. It turned into like a Peanuts cartoon.
Uh,
I loved that.
well, I thought well, what did we talk about like the design yet about Dune?
No, not so
No?
much. Yeah,
Oh my goodness, I thought that's what everybody would be talking about. Okay.
I loved it. I loved it. It was yeah, I just loved the minimalist of it. It was really nice.
Did it feel like old school science fiction? Like
Totally.
not like it was, and that's the thing about the marketing, which made me nervous, which it made it sound like it was like Star Wars or something, and like
Yeah. Like roided out Android,
yeah,
like that. Yeah. Yeah.
because he had Jason Momoa, and I'm like, oh no, like what is Aquaman doing in this thing? You know,
Yeah,
that
he's
sort
gonna
of
be
thing.
like, he'll take another piece of machinery and then beat another piece of machinery with it.
Dick.
I know. I was waiting for Bumblebee to come out.
Yeah, and do like break dance on it. Yeah.
Hey,
Is that going to happen in the next one?
Do the Dune shuffle. Yeah.
I've been saying that director's name wrong, like very wrong, for like
Denis, it's
Denis Villeneuve.
yeah. Well, how do you pronounce the last name?
I was just calling him Dennis. Super embarrassing. Villeneuve.
Villeneuve, yeah.
I feel pretty dumb. I was a French major.
Wow, we really?
Yeah, not bad. This is not good.
And look at you now. Now you're hanging out with people like us. So
Yeah.
We're gonna make you look good.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Real classy, like.
See.
How about considering that French people, just speak their every other people's names just their way. They wouldn't care.
Yeah.
They called like David Bowie. They say that he's David Bowie, and they call for a show like that on TV. Well, whatever in French, David Bowie show.
I lived in France for about like 5.5 months. I went to a French university there. Yeah.
Really? They called you to me?
Wow.
No, they didn't. I said, this is actually very funny. I introduced myself to my teachers and my host family, and I was like, my name's Timmy. And this is me as a young adult deciding that I'm going to continue to go by Timmy. And they were across the board. I didn't meet a single French person that did it. They were like, no. And my host family was like, that is the name of a dog. Why? No?
Oh my God.
Wow.
Really? And then they were like, your name is Timothée. And I was like, that's a pretty far leap.
Yeah, no.
And so I went by
Timothée.
Timothée.
You your name.
I went by Timothée for like 5 months. Timothée was my name in France.
That's not a name of a dog.
No, I think they were
I
like,
would like it if you now have a dog that you call Timothée, just in honor.
That's my next dog's name.
So I think what they meant, and this is just a loss in translation thing, is they basically were saying like, that's like too cutesy for you. That's not your name. Which doesn't make it better, but I don't think it literally is like a name that people name their dogs in France. I think they were just like, it's like a nick. That's too much. I don't know.
I love that story.
I don't know, Timothée. I kind of liked.
Timothée.
I think you're Timothée from now on.
Yeah. I now dub thee Timothée.
Yeah.
Can we get a Timothée moment?
No, Timothée momento.
No,
No, that's different language, I
Yeah,
think.
you're different language, Bill.
Oh shit.
It's multi-language.
That's okay.
Momente?
No, just bail, Bill, bail. Yeah.
I love that. I love it.
No, and no, Devin's like, I think that's how you pronounce Timothy. Yeah, it is. That would be hilarious if I figured that out now. Oh, they were just saying Timothy. Like the ultimate Bill and Ted. Oh,
Oh,
Oh, Socrates
so great.
So great.
and bath oven.
Yeah. Yeah.
So great.
I kid you not. If I always adopt old dogs that are have names, but if I get to name a dog, it's going to be Socrates.
That's awesome.
So great.
Oh, that's great.
talking about Dune. Have you seen Bill and Ted Face the Music?
Of course.
I haven't. Is it good?
I mean, you have to accept it within the realm of Bill and Ted. If you're going to talk about it good on a level of comparing it to other movies.
I'm not. I'm a normal I'm a reasonable person, Cassandra. I'm not
That is.
I thoroughly
there it is.
enjoyed
That's a red flag,
the
Cassandra. if
Bill
I've
and
ever
Ted
heard of it.
trilogy.
People like
So I really enjoyed it. I think it's hilarious.
Timmy, do not watch the movie. Cassandra, and I don't care about or nor want your feedback on it because for
I like
Karen.
to quote those movies a little too casually. So yeah. I feel like if you haven't watched it at this point, you probably didn't enjoy the first two enough to want to see it.
I enjoyed it. I'm not aware of it. I think I'm just culturally out of it. What is this?
Bill and
Is it a
Ted.
sequel?
Bill and Ted.
There's three of them, and they did a new one recently.
You're kidding.
Like Keanu Reeves and all that?
Yeah, it was one of doing the Bill and Ted movies was his favorite thing to do, and
Really?
so he always said if they were going to make a third, he'd be back, and he came back. And
That's
he's
Those are
totally
his,
committed.
those are
Totally
his favorite movies.
It's when it was before he was really known, and so for him, I think that was just a special time in his life.
That's cool.
So it's more his favorite because of like who he was.
Yeah.
pressure.
Cassandra,
Like, I'm sure-
I have revisited a lot of movies from my childhood and been like kind of just disappointed, like just didn't find them as funny, and you're kind of like chasing something.
Mhm.
It's just not going to be as funny. But I think that the original Bill and Ted, I rewatched it a year ago with Alice, and we were cracking up.
Okay, if that's where you are, then totally watch it.
Yeah.
Like yeah, for me, Bill and Ted holds up. I think it's hilarious. And I'll scream station when I think it's like a funny moment, and like crickets across the board. So
Funny.
Well, I'll know how to pick you out of a crowd if I just randomly hear a station.
yeah, you'll know
Oh my
I'm there
God.
somewhere, and you're like, oh yeah, there she is. No one's gonna get it.
No, it's God. Wow. That's awesome. Well, yeah. It's it's good stuff. It's kind of like for me, it's like the Rocky Balboa movie, like the last Rocky. It was like watching that. It's like you're getting the band back together. It's like it had a lot of heart, and they're out. It's like everybody looked like they had a fun time making this movie. I would put it right up. I mean, the design wise, I don't know if I would put it up there with Dune, but it got pretty close.
What, Bill and Ted?
Yeah, Bill and Ted. Yeah.
No, I feel like I'm pretty good at having a moving scale for measuring quality.
Okay, then go there. Please go there and tell me what you think.
Like,
I'll-
did anybody watch like True Detective?
Yes.
Yeah, the first season was amazing.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome. Yeah.
It was amazing. And then the second season, everybody hated it. But my opinion is like, well, it was bad if you compare it to season one. But if you compare it to like 90% of television, it was exceptional, I thought.
So what was Woody Harrelson the second season?
No, that's the
No,
first.
Yeah, I thought he was first season.
That's
Yeah.
first season.
I feel like that it's been a good series, but they're still chasing the energy that was in that first season.
Or is that still on?
Yep, they've done 3
Oh, wow.
seasons. Yeah.
I haven't seen
I
that.
really, I saw the first two. I just couldn't remember which came first.
Yeah. Vince Vaughn was in the second season. But anyway,
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Do they approach that series like they do, say, Fargo? I mean, do they have that same kind of approach where it's a completely different premise?
yeah,
But
it's like
similar
an
actors.
it's like an anthology almost. Yes.
Right. Do they kind of approach it that way?
Yeah, but I think it's the same universe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You have seen Westworld?
Yeah, I watched the first season.
Yeah, I watched the first, loved it. I watched the second, incredible, loved it. But I got into the third, and all of a sudden, it looks like they have changed the direction. You know, they have changed even, you know, the photography and the character of the personality of the characters, everything.
Oh,
Looks
no.
like it's done by someone else. And it got me so disappointed. I just don't want to see the rest of it. I got to, I think, episode 4, and I just don't want to see the rest of it.
Bail out.
Yeah, just bail out. And I love
Money
the
out
first
there.
and the second seasons.
That happens a lot.
Because they have really gone like over the border, just completely, you know, lots of things that just don't make sense. It's not smart, you know, they're not over smarting everyone. It's just there are scenes there that say, no, this is not possible. This is not, well, I just didn't like it.
Yeah, believable. Yeah. it
I,
doesn't
I,
make
I would
sense.
like to know what you guys think about it if you have seen it.
I've only seen the first season, and I meant to go and watch the second season. I just
There's so much
Um,
stuff on now.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what?
Yeah.
I have a question for everybody because we talk about like what we're watching all the time. We don't talk too much about what's the last book everybody read?
Oh, well, I talk about that, so I'll just shut up.
Dale, you read like the New Yorker comic anthology.
Hey, man, I read.
You read the
I read-
cartoon anthology.
I read a lot.
I'm teasing. I know you read.
Yeah, no, I read a
I
lot.
saw it. You've got that Facebook photo of you on the beach, and you're holding a book.
That's not me. That's Hunter
Yeah.
Thompson.
Oh, you guys
Well,
look
then
distinguished.
Hunter Thompson was reading the Best of Cracked magazine. Then
But I think it's funny. It does look like me. So that's
Yeah.
why I used it. But I Hunter Thompson was a big influence on me growing up. So, which is not good.
So what is the last book you read, Dale?
The last book I finished.
Or picked up?
Well, I'm reading. I think I told you about it a couple of weeks ago that there's a awesome oral history book on the hair metal bands of LA in the 80s. It is amazing. It's amazing. And what's incredible, I think it's I've read some books on Silicon Valley, and it's very similar in how incestuous everything is.
Yeah.
And how everybody's worked with everybody, and a big part of success is really once you know the people having the goods when you show up.
Yeah.
So in that context, it's about hair metal in the 80s, but it's also really cool history book and a really interesting book on just entrepreneurship, basically.
Yeah. Anybody else pick up anything? That's really interesting.
Well, it's interesting to me. I mean,
Well, no, it is
Yeah.
interesting. It's like an overlooked chapter,
Yeah, the funny thing is too, like in the middle of this, I'm like, I think I'll check this music out again because I haven't listened to that in years. And wow, it's awful. It's awful. Awful.
What do you think is the most famous hair band?
Oh, Poison.
Poison.
Motley Crue or Poison, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't Brett Michaels with Poison? Is that,
Yeah.
do I have that right?
Dr. Brett Michaels too. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, Doctor. Get that in there.
Yeah, you're in academia, Don. You should be.
I know.
Be more-
Psychic forces and
That's so embarrassing.
I know. She.
Anybody else have anything?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, since having a kid, I thought to myself, like, I was talking to my wife. I said, well, we should read to the kid every night, of course. I was like, but the first, couple of months to like a year, I said we could pretty much read whatever we want, right? Because just just listen to. So I took it upon myself, much to my wife's chagrin, to read all the books that I haven't gotten a chance to read that are just fun. And so I read the first 3 books of the of Edgar Rice Burroughs, John Carter of Mars.
Oh, that's cool.
My daughter, and it's a lot of fun. It's like before Jerry Bruckheimer, there was Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Yep.
Like
That's cool.
it's has anybody ever read those?
Oh yeah.
I've been meaning to. I haven't, but I want to.
So Ray, how long do you read out loud? That would be exhausting.
Oh, I try and read like a chapter. Sometimes I get to 2 chapters, depending on how long the kid eats. And
Do you do voices? Do you do characters?
Yeah, I tried to, but that John Carter, it's all like first person narration, and he refers to himself in the third person a lot, and so I do a pretty good John Carter, which sounds like basically just my voice. Well, John Carter, and my friend Tar Starkus.
John Carter's from the South.
That what?
John Carter's from the South.
Yeah, that's right. He is a Virginian fighting man. That's right. I forgot about that.
He's a Confederate soldier.
I pretty much nailed the accent then.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you're saying. Oh, yeah. Okay.
John Carter. Yeah.
John Carter and my friend Taz Takis.
That's funny.
Really funny.
I'm just happy that the Dune movie turned out actually good, unlike the John Carter movie, which was awful.
Yes.
Which took like how many like decades like to make. Like all these people tried to make a John Carter movie, and then like even they tried to make one in the 1920s, and it was supposed to be fully animated. And who's the animation? It wasn't Tex Avery.
Fritz Fröhling?
No, it was
Not Harry. Ray Harryhausen. Not a live animation.
No, it was supposed to be. Oh my goodness! It was supposed to be like in the style of like the Fleisch Max Fleischman, like
Okay, yeah.
Superman movies.
Oh gosh.
Oh, the Max Fleischer Superman movies.
But basically like the Fleischer, the Fleischer movies, but there were, I forgot who it was. It was a famous animation director.
Jenna's saying McKay.
Oh, Windsor McKay.
No, it wasn't Windsor McKay. It was
Didn't he do the first animation?
yes, he did. Gertie the Dinosaur.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. No,
Yeah.
it was Gertie. Yeah. And then he did. Have you ever seen The Sinking of the Lusitania
No.
by
think so.
Windsor McKay, who said that animation was dead after like that people hated his thing because he said that it wasn't, people were just using it to sell stuff instead of it being the purest form of artistic expression or something.
That's really funny.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. Yeah. No, I mean, I love that type of stuff. I was a bit of an animation history junkie because I started out as wanting to be an animator. So that's what I went to school for before I started to paint.
Really?
Yeah. It was a 3D animation. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work.
Did you like it?
For Pixar? It was good. I mean, I love animation. One thing I at the time, I don't know if it's changed since, but I felt that the technology didn't allow you to be, I don't know if like animation is still, it's not like fine art in the sense that there are fine artists that are doing animation, but I felt that I was more of like a cog in a
Yep.
wheel, because it's such a collaborative medium. But it's like it's getting better now, but it's
Is it? How's it getting better?
well, I feel like the technology is even more accessible. Like I can animate on my iPad using Procreate.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know about like, I'm too uneducated about like the venues and stuff like that for
industry or whatever
for that,
Yeah. To me, it just seems like, and I'm speaking like really ignorantly, but it just seems like factory work.
a lot of it can be. I mean, it's a lot of like commercial stuff can be. I mean, but there are people that are, I mean, in Europe it's a different story. It's it's a lot more a lot more freedom, but the financing is also the big option, hurdle, because it could be super expensive to make. So like, I've been to like European film festivals and see these movies that are incredible, but like it took forever just to get, the funding put together for it. And it's always like at a shoestring and stuff. So, yeah. But, I still love it. I think it's just incredible, and at the time I went to school, I secretly wanted to be a 2D animator, but it was like people were pretty much at the time saying that it was dead. By the way, I found the director. It's called Bob Clampett. Anybody remember?
Okay.
Bob?
Yeah.
I wish we had one of our concept art pals in the room, because somebody just said, well, first of all, Ray, you're making enemies. Somebody said wrong. John Carter was highly underrated.
Oh, brother.
And then too, somebody said the animation market is, if anybody has maybe nobody has an opinion on this or anything to say, but the animation market is saturated. Everyone wants to be a character designer.
Right. Yeah. Like in that sense, I understand. I was thinking more so like animator as like Winsor McKay was, or like people like Bill Plimpton, or people who tried to kind of buck the trend, like Ralph Bakshi. I loved all that type of stuff, and it's stuff that I felt that I was like, wow, I love the idea of just doing everything by myself.
Yeah.
And so that's why illustration and painting was so perfect for me, because I could kind of be my own director, and I could
from start to finish.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That's what's nice about it, and that's what I think I would find frustrating about animations. Like you built
very little people that can actually make an animation from start to finish. Even with a small crew, like 5 or 6 people, it takes years. It just takes many years. There's one guy here in Brazil that he really went far, doing 2 animations all by himself, in his own studio. And he was doing freelance work as well. So it took like 3 or 4 years, 5 years to do one of the 2 animations. And he made it up to one of the Oscar nominees.
Wow.
In animation by himself. He was there among other 4 animators, 4 groups of animators. And it's so, he was overachiever here in São Paulo. But as far as I know, just, it took half of his life doing 2 movies.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name on top of?
Very, very, absolutely, special people. It's not just talent. You have to have such a level of persistence and focus and time and money. It's not for anyone. Just if you want to work in group, just being a part of it, just like a cog in a big machine, just it's a very good business to be working on. I've been working in animation and movies and all this kind of stuff for decades now. But it's just like, it's a job. It's not really, artistically satisfying. This is just you're doing your stuff. You're doing your piece there. And there are many technicians and engineers and guys that work really, really deep on tech things. But I like, illustrating and doing pastels with you guys. It's just like I could live out of this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that note, this is the 5-minute warning.
Oh, I barely got
On
anything
the
done.
5-minute warning.
It's funny, bringing it back to Dune. When I was watching that scene where all of the scenes, but where the dragonfly copter, what are they calling those things? I
The
don't want
Thopters.
yeah, when that was coming down through the clouds, or through was it clouds or sand, whatever the heck it was.
Yeah. Mhm.
It was kind of a, it wasn't a special scene. It was something you'd see in lots of movies, but it just struck me like, wow, this is so advanced. This took so many people just to make this one little scene here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really incredible stuff. The stuff we we don't even appreciate it anymore because they've gotten so good at it. That sand blowing around. I mean, like when the sandworm would
Oh,
come.
I loved how they handled the sandworm.
Yeah, there's a lot of that's technical stuff, man. That is.
Oh,
They built like a platform.
I was listening to somebody talk about how excited they were about, just on the topic of how far things have come. They were like, do you remember how much people talked about the plane scene in the movie Castaway?
Yeah.
People were like, it's unbelievable. You won't believe it. It feels like you're in a plane that's crashing. And it's like, yeah, we take it for advantage. We take it for granted now. Yeah.
Yeah. So did I like the movie? Yeah. Like that's
But the
just
sand was
so-
great.
It's so wrong,
Yeah.
But that's
Well,
the thing
I'm-
is
yeah.
you can do all this, technical wizardry, but you still have to tell a good story, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all comes
Yeah.
down to it.
One of the things I like about comics is that it sort of has that element of animation. You're drawing, but you can do it yourself.
Right.
You can.
Yeah.
You can do it with the Xerox machine. You can do it with your friends growing up. You don't need high tech. You don't even need necessarily good drawing, but you need to be able to tell a story.
Yep.
And Ray, since you were late coming in here, and Bill, that's the third time tonight he's hit the comic word. He's teaching a comic class with us.
I heard. I saw the email. That's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Ray, you got to unsubscribe, man.
I get why would I unsubscribe? John sends me emails personally about portfolio reviews.
Oh my God.
You've never taken me up on it. I don't get it.
I
Yeah.
tried to schedule one. He just totally blew me off.
That's what I'm worried about, Dale.
Jeremy Collins.
I'm afraid to take one.
Jeremy Collins emailed me back and said, "Can he do Tuesdays?" I was like, Jeremy, why am I responding to your emails? Yeah.
Ray, that's looking fantastic.
Yeah, it looks like you
Thanks.
sainted her. I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody,
you know what I'm reminded of? Like Sam Weber did I think it was a Folio Society version of Dune.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. And I remember seeing Sam at the Society. I'm like, dude, I can't believe you got to do Dune. He's like, man, it was a dream come true because he loves he's a fan of the novel. But like, I you would think like, I mean, it's kind of like for me, we equated it to doing it like doing Treasure Island. Like,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
right? It's like, wow, I don't. When is this opportunity ever going to come up? Because like, who really cares about, you know? At the time, we were like, you know, it's well known and loved, but like, I mean, how many people are going to
This-
ask you to
Oh my
re-illustrate?
gosh, that's
Is this
amazing.
it?
Ooh,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. Yeah.
That's it. Yep. That's when I showed him that on my phone and I hugged him, you know. I was like, that's what I would, you know, it's like exactly what I would have, you know, thought like what Dune is, the first book. Like it's like, yep, that's it right there.
He did Lord of the Flies too, and
Yeah.
I was so jealous.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's like, oh
I was
man.
like, oh man,
This is
Oh,
well.
I'm still mad at Lord of
Yep.
the
That's
Flies.
him. Yep. That's it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine one of those
Yeah.
things coming at you? Ooh.
Why are you mad at
I
Lord
saw
of
it
the
last
Flies,
night.
Sandra?
Huh?
Why you said
You
you're
don't
mad
have to
at Lord of
imagine
the
it. I
Flies?
saw
Oh,
it.
that book made me so mad. So mad. I'm like, I read it 30 years ago or like 25 years ago, and I'm still mad.
Why is that?
Because it's such a sad view in society that like if people have the appearance of weakness that you just like get rid of them. So I always felt bad for Piggy. Why didn't anybody help
Yeah.
him?
But it had a great cover.
Got a sweet cover though, Cassandra, don't you think?
That was.
I mean,
It had a beautiful cover, but the book
The
still makes me
illustrations were
mad.
amazing.
I don't like it when like people are left helpless. I just think everybody should get help.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why it's so powerful when Ralph
Oh,
is
it's
crying.
unbelievably well written that I'm still angry about it. Like that speaks of a really great, powerful book.
I remember reading that, and then Baron loaned me the book on tape. He had got because he had, you know, they used his cover for the book on tape, and it's William Golding reading the book,
Oh wow.
and he's so nonchalant because he starts the book and he's like, "I'm William Golding, and I wrote this here book, Lord of the Flies," and then he just starts, and it's so like off the cuff as if he's just sitting there talking to you, telling you this story. And
That's amazing.
Hey, everybody, it's that time, which means put your pencils down. Panelists can keep drawing, of course, but if you're drawing with us in the crowd, put your pencils down. This is your time to post your work. So don't wait. We're going to give you 3 minutes, 3 whole minutes to post your work. So go to Instagram and you can just snap a photo of it with your phone and use hashtag illustration isolation and @visualize passage. I'll drop it in the chat. Don't wait though. I know 3 minutes sounds like a lot of time, but we're not going to refresh. It's you've only got one shot. Also, a few people have had an issue with this. If your account is private, we can't see it. So it won't show. So you have to have a public account for this to work. Yeah.
mine didn't look like her, but she was fun to draw.
Yeah, mine didn't.
It's
either.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that looks nice. It's a good eyebrows.
Yeah, she's got great eyebrows. Is it Zendaya or Zendaya?
Zendaya.
So Zendaya and Dennis.
Yeah, I feel pretty. I mean, I've said
Yeah, that's
that
fantastic.
name incorrectly in front of like a lot of people. Like as a person with an opinion too, which doesn't help.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Like with authority.
Like I have thoughts on this artist.
Yeah, yeah.
And then and they were just politely like, this guy is a moron.
You're like Timote.
Yeah.
You do not
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, Timote, you know nothing.
Timote, you do not know.
You don't know.
You know nothing.
You know nothing about.
Yeah, you don't even know your name.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a country that spawned Tintin. So, you know.
The French give you a name and you don't do anything with it. I mean, come on, man.
You think I should have continued to go by Timotei?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey
Yeah.
man, that's what you could you would have taken the Robert Henry track. you know?
It is impressive that I still go by Timmy. Like there were so many
It really
attempts.
is. You're the only
got-
adult I know that goes by Timmy.
I got a job at a publishing house called Sosland Publishing, and they told me like day one, they were like, you're gonna go by Timmy, like
Wow.
with like clients and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I've gone by Timmy my entire life. And then they were like, okay, and they were really like awkward about it, but they didn't like say anything. And then they gave me like a nameplate and everything for my desk, and it was Tim. And I was like,
Wow.
there's been a mistake. I need an MY added to this. Yeah. I mean, all through college, pretty much the only people that never told me to change, my parents were the only people that ever, like across the board though, everybody always was like, you need to change it. Which had they not done that, I probably would have started to go by Tim. It
Probably
became
would
a
have.
defiant thing. I was like, no, I could choose to go by a child's name.
Not a child's name, a dog's
It
name.
really is like
A dog's name. Come on, man.
it really is reserved. It's a name that is reserved for children to this day. Because everybody always thinks of Lassie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Well, you know,
Timmy's
who
in the
would have
well,
thought
yeah.
that? My-
Have you
my
ever
whole
fallen in a
family-
well? I'm sorry.
That's okay. My whole family calls me Sandy because Cassandra was a big name for a little kid. And, you know, in Annie, Sandy is the dog's name. So everyone's like, your name's a dog's name.
John, whenever you're ready,
Wow. That looks great, Montalvo.
it's John,
That's
whenever
awesome.
you're ready, it's time
Wow.
to
I'm
move.
really having a hard time here. It's
Oh,
just-
no, it's beautiful.
There's so many subtle changes in the shadow area.
I know. I wiped mine out about, here, I'll show you. I wiped mine out about 4 or 5 times there.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
not
just
an easy
Wipe
one.
it out, draw it in.
Oh.
All right.
I wish it had a little bit more contrast.
Here we go.
All right, it's happening.
Oh, nice.
Dang.
Very nice.
Ooh,
Awesome.
wow.
Very nice.
Lot of Zendaya.
Put the same one twice. Yeah.
Oh, really
Nice,
good, Gary.
Ooh, nice, Gary.
I bet Oscar Isaac would buy that from you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice, Rebecca.
Very well done. Good job. That's fun.
Ooh,
Oh, that's really nice.
beautiful. Oh, that's nice too.
Mhm.
Wow.
Well done, Peter. Peter drew with us this morning. Nice, Gary.
Oh, wow.
Really good.
Lots of great ones. Look at this. Could tell that was Peter.
Mhm.
And this is Devin, I bet. Yep.
Yep.
Really nice. Beautiful.
Wow.
This guy, again.
Wow.
Oh, Gary's too. Gary's amazing, man. Gary's amazing.
Well,
That's
I
a
need to
turkey.
report him.
That's a turkey for Gary.
yeah.
3 in a row.
Wow, that's really good.
Steve.
Here you go, Steve.
Wow. Very nice.
Nice.
Really
Steve
nice.
read the books. I know Steve wouldn't let me down.
Oh, that's cool. Right there in the middle. I love that.
Very cool.
How cool.
The one in the background's looking really cool too.
Yeah.
The one, oh, the figure in the background.
Yeah.
That's nice too.
Look at that.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
Very nice.
Collage work. Very good.
Very
If
nice.
if there's something you want me to open, look at that.
He's
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Very well done.
Awesome.
Mhm.
That's beautiful. Look at
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
AJ. The
it.
October winner, October Art Challenge winner too.
Oh,
Yep.
really? Oh,
Oh,
congrats,
nice.
AJ. That's awesome.
Yeah, Nosferatu is great.
Nice, Julian.
That was a tough contest. There were so many good ones in there. I know.
Oh, that was so the Nosferatu was the one that won. That was a beautiful
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
nice, Julie.
Oh, that's cool.
good drawing, Julian.
really good.
Wow, there's so many good ones. Very well done. Look at that.
Oh, Randy,
cool.
that's
Wow.
That's different, Randy.
Wow.
That's a deviation. Yeah.
He spilled his coffee.
and then on top of it.
That's
Beautiful.
nice, Randy. I really like it.
Yeah.
He's going another way.
Yeah. Did his account get hacked? Is this an account hack?
Another
Somebody
artist hack.
text,
Yeah.
somebody text Randy. Oh, great.
Look at that.
Oh, cool.
Nice, Jeff.
That one's really real.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's like a photo.
Wait. What? Who did what?
Little arrow.
Okay, let's see the arrow. You can click it.
I'm reading what they're saying here about.
That's great. Well,
Nice.
keep at it.
All right.
There's an arrow. Is there a
Let's see it. Okay.
There
there you go.
Thank you. All right.
Wow, that's pretty
Good.
cool.
That's very nice.
Looks like a little Sheila influence.
I was gonna say Sheila, yeah.
That's great. Very cool. Nice.
Oh, that is cool.
Love
I
it.
really like that one a lot.
This is pretty welcome to the metaverse.
Not to Joey Horn or anything.
All right. Wow. Cool. Goon
There's
Day.
the one to the left too. That one looks
Oh,
cool.
yeah, I love that. That's got to be AJ, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Different.
wow.
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay. Step
Another
back.
another side to AJ.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
That's
Oh,
how you do a hashtag right there.
Like that. Right there. Right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a whole lot of live brush written on anything, but
oh.
Ouch.
He usually discarded Burger King bags, you know.
Oh, Randy, that looks so cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's cool.
Hey, are you back up and running with live brush?
We're trying to get Tyler and myself not to, well, tell Tyler to stop getting so busy, you know. That's the problem, is just nailing him down. I'm gonna ask Thomas Blackshear to just start it up with me.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I hope you like Colorado Springs. Because
Yeah, I
you're
know.
gonna be traveling there a lot.
Yeah. Oh, dang, that's cool. I like that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron.
That's fun.
That is fun.
Good stuff. Good stuff all around. I don't know where to go. I know who that is.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
Nice,
Hey.
Felicity.
Wow.
Man, Felicity's 10. Wow.
Yep.
I know we're gonna have to get we got to get a 6-year-old in here.
Yeah.
Back to the
She'll
6 minute.
graduate soon.
Look at that.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Minush.
Much good stuff here. Nice drawing.
Wow.
Really nice drawing.
That's really
Nice.
that's a good drawing.
Oh yeah.
Very well done. These are all good. I like these all the way across.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. Great shape. That.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, really nice.
Very well done.
Oh,
Just-
click on that one.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Really cool.
You could have made up a couple of more figures to put in there.
I
Right?
know, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Fun stuff, everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's great.
Mhm.
Really is. That's a nice characterization there. Ooh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And that's good.
Is that the razor blade stuff?
Yeah, that looks like it. Is that what you used for that one?
That's excellent.
Yeah, really nice control. Yeah.
That's really nice
Oh,
too.
that's good.
Man, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I'm going to click on that again. That's great personal interpretation. That is just
It is.
really, it's well informed, it's analytical. But it's just so well done.
Hmm.
Very well done. Nice
Nice
ball.
ball.
Oh, I like that.
Wow. Man, they just keep coming here. Which one?
I don't know. They're all good.
Really
Let's
solid.
do this. Settle it. Go through all three of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my husband.
That's
Oh,
your
yeah.
The
Really?
middle one? Yeah, that's my
Cool.
husband.
awesome.
Terrific.
Cool.
Welcome.
No, no kidding.
Yeah, he's putting my kids to bed, but he was drawing downstairs.
That's funny.
So he listens like on his computer and like, but he also makes sure my kids don't get into anything sharp.
Look at it, how he handled this.
Oh, Randy, these are so
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, Randy, you got to change your password, man.
Somebody's hacked in, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
Look at that. That's fun.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
that's
A very, very talented hacker.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, cool.
There it is. There it is.
Ooh, that's cool.
Awesome.
Yes. Cardboard.
I even love, I love the substrate, what it's painted on.
It looks like it's a cereal box because you see the seam in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Have you
That's
watched
like-
it? That's like the theme. That's what we're gonna name this
Oh,
episode.
man.
Have you seen it yet? Oh wow.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
cool.
That's great.
Wow.
There you
Is
go.
Dang,
that-
that's good.
Is that the top of Tony Soprano's head coming up?
Looks like it.
Yeah. There you go.
And that's a really good one to end on. That
Yeah.
thing-
Hey,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
just
Yeah.
a quick note, everybody. We've got comics and sequential art coming up with Bill Cobe. I've dropped the link in the chat. And then I want to let everybody know we have a really killer lineup of guest speakers for 2022. So if you're thinking about our mentorships, our lineup of guest speakers for 2022 is Tim O'Brien, This is
Wow.
just we're working on it right now, so it's growing. It's going to double from this. Tim O'Brien, Ashley Lovett, Ed Binkley, Alexandria Neonakis, Ashley Swidowski, Omar Hisham, Afua Richardson, who's an awesome comic book artist we just connected with, Chris Ron, Carlo Ortiz, and Sam Hogg.
Wow.
So it's going to be a really epic 2022. So
Seriously
don't
terrific.
miss out. All right.
There was a raised hand. I don't know if you saw that, Timmy, but
We're going to ignore it.
all right. Hey, so Raymond, I appreciate you coming in, even if you're late. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. I know you got work and new family and all that. It's tough, but it's great having you in here. Montavo, thank you for being here. Don Kilpatrick, thank you for joining. Cassandra, Dale, Bill, Timmy, your guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. It's been a very, very
Thanks.
fun night.
Thank you, John.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.